It was a normal summer day when I first stepped into the gym, inspired by the incredible physique of my friends who had been hitting the weights for a while. Their muscles were like something out of a comic book, and I couldn't resist the allure of gaining such strength and power. The gym was an old building, its worn-out facade hiding the secrets within. As I embarked on my fitness journey, I couldn't help but notice a peculiar locked door tucked away in a corner. It seemed untouched for decades, covered in a thick layer of dust, as if the very air around it had decided to shun its existence. For the initial months, I paid little attention to the mysterious door, focusing on my workouts and gradually earning the trust of the gym owner. Our bond grew stronger, and one day, he handed me a bunch of keys. Among them, a key with an intricate design caught my eye, but I dismissed it, thinking it was just for show. As days turned into weeks, my curiosity about the forbidden door intensified. Late one night, when the gym was deserted, I decided to unlock its secrets. The creaking sound of the door echoed through the dimly lit gym as I cautiously entered the room. The air in the room was thick with an unsettling stillness, and the darkness seemed to swallow me whole. My eyes struggled to adjust, and when they finally did, I was met with a horrifying sight: lifeless bodies sprawled across the floor. Panic set in, and I stumbled backward, nearly tripping over my own feet. The room was adorned with shelves of sinister-looking injections, and a sickly sweet smell filled the air. As I frantically scanned the room, a sound from outside the door shattered the eerie silence. I hid in the shadows, my heart pounding in my chest. 3 figures emerged into the room, each holding an array of syringes. The air became tense as one of them gripped an axe tightly in his hands. My breath caught as I witnessed the macabre scene unfolding before me. The trio began injecting themselves with an intensity that sent shivers down my spine. Their eyes glowed with an unnatural fervor, and the atmosphere grew increasingly malevolent. The one with the axe whispered words I couldn't comprehend, his voice dripping with madness. In that heart-stopping moment, I realized I had stumbled upon something beyond the realm of ordinary horror. The gym, once a haven for physical transformation, now harbored a dark secret that threatened to consume everything in its path. As the figures turned towards the door, I clung to the shadows, praying they wouldn't notice my presence in the gym's grim underbelly. The figures approached the door, their movements synchronized and ominous. My breath caught in my throat as they lingered near the entrance, seemingly aware that an intruder was among them. I pressed myself against the cold, damp wall, desperately trying to stifle any sound that might betray my presence. The room felt like a coffin, the air thick with the stench of decay and desperation. The trio, their faces obscured by shadows, spoke in hushed, guttural tones that sent shivers down my spine. It was as if the very walls were privy to their dark conspiracy. Suddenly, the leader raised the axe, its glint catching the dim light. My heart raced, and I could feel the beads of sweat forming on my forehead. The heavy silence was broken by a distant sound, the jingling of keys. The gym owner was approaching, unknowingly stepping into the heart of this malevolent ritual. I weighed my options: to reveal myself and risk the wrath of the figures, or to remain hidden and witness the unfolding horror. The gym owner's footsteps grew louder, echoing through the empty corridors. Panic clawed at me, and I took a deep, shaky breath. The figures, sensing the imminent arrival, hastily retreated into the shadows. The door swung open, revealing the gym owner, oblivious to the sinister events that had transpired in his own establishment. He surveyed the room, his gaze passing over the scene of unspeakable horror. In that moment, our eyes met, and a sinister grin spread across his face. The special key in my possession suddenly weighed heavily in my pocket. The gym owner's true nature was laid bare, and I realized that the key was a macabre invitation to join their twisted ritual. Frozen in fear, I watched as the gym owner slowly approached, his footsteps echoing like a death knell. The room seemed to close in around me, and the oppressive darkness threatened to consume my very soul. As he reached out for the key, I recoiled, realizing that the gym, once a haven for physical transformation, had become a gateway to a nightmarish realm. With a malevolent chuckle, the gym owner whispered, "Welcome to our world," as the shadows enveloped us both, and the door creaked shut, sealing my fate in the horrifying depths of the gym's dark secret.